this is not something new that we're going to do. It's actually about to be replaced. So this was my Netgear Nighthawk router, and it is about to be replaced, and I'll show you the product. The new product is called OnHub. It's a Wi-Fi router that's made by TP-Link for Google, or with Google. So I'm excited about this because I just put in a Google Nest Mesh system at another location. And so let's take a look at this OnHub and see what we've got. As you can see, it's going to be a cylinder-shaped product. It says it has 13 antennas, of course fast Wi-Fi, and it'll handle well over 100 devices. In this location, there won't be anywhere near that number of devices. And so not much else on the outside of importance, I don't think. Inside the box, besides the cylinder, the OnHub, are 2 Ethernet cables, power adapter, setup guide, of course, and let's see what a simple setup is. So let's take a look at what we have here. So nice and easy. That has come off, and it would appear this is the next thing. This product, I think, is about been on the market for about 5 years, so it's not a brand new product. A nice simple box, by the way. Wow, this is heavy. I will tell you that this is clearly heavy. So let's get it out of the box, and we'll put it right there. And I said to get the app. I've already done that. And so let's empty out the rest of the box. So this is really an expensive, I don't know if you heard that, but this is a relatively expensive box. I mean, so here's the cylinder here, and we also have, I'll move that aside, and we also have inside here the 2 Ethernet cables, and I'm only going to need one to hook it up to my ISP modem, which is fiber, by the way. So we will handle that. And so this would have to be the power adapter. And it's just a simple, pretty big brick, by the way, to power it. And you can see it does say TP-Link here. The app, by the way, I believe was the app I downloaded. Looked like it was a Google app, and that was really what I was interested in because I was impressed with their software on the mesh system. And let's see if we can get this out. Oh, well, look what comes off. So the exterior comes off, and I'm probably, oh, there we go. So that's it. And it looks like I just have to take this piece here and peel it over like that, and sure enough, there we go. So the cylinder inside, there's some other information there, and oh, it would appear that I have to peel that off, and sure enough, there's the 2 Ethernet ports are right here. There's a USB port and a power port, and right there it looks like it's a reset button right there. So that's it, and it apparently looks like, to me it looks like there's a little LED that goes around on the top. We'll see in a moment. So there it is. That is the cylinder for the product. Okay, we will be back with the installation. Now we're going to hook up the hardware. So here's my AT&T modem here, and I have fiber where I'm hooking this up, and I have already hooked up the power cable and the Ethernet cable that comes out of the AT&T modem. So next step is to hook up the new router. What is interesting as I get ready to hook this up is the home app unfortunately thinks I'm connected to my other home, or our other home. So it's actually, I have to now figure out how to add a new network. I've plugged in the power, and you can now see blue light blinking. Maybe it's teal. Now it's orange or amber, and amber means something's wrong. So let me go look at the app, see what I can find out. So I did say I wanted to set up a new device, and it said it found a Nest Wi-Fi, which this actually isn't. But anyway, it then asked me for my setup code, which is on the bottom of the router. So I've put that in, and it says it's connecting to the router. I've not yet plugged in. Connect to device. Home wants to use a temporary Wi-Fi network to connect to your device. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this to the modem. And let's do that right now. So we have one is in and one is out. And I actually don't know which is which. Oh, wait a minute. This one has a globe, so it must be the internet. So we'll try that. So I have now connected there. So I've clicked connect. Says it's connecting to device. It's blue at least, so I think that's positive. Blue OnHub is ready for setup, it says. Checking the internet connection and downloading an update. This did download an update. Then it said it installed it. Now it says it's, this is interesting, no devices found. It says it's restarting the Wi-Fi point and searching for a device which it's not been able to find, so this is a bit of a problem. Okay, I think it may have found it. Connect to device. App wants to use a temporary Wi-Fi network. And I'm going to say, let's go ahead and connect to this network that ends in 327. So it says it is connecting. I'll be back when it connects. I now have that it's restarting the Wi-Fi point, and it's shutting off and turning on. It again says it's looking for devices. It says it found a router, which I guess is that. Would you like to set up? So it's still blinking blue, which is troublesome. So now I'm going to again have to go through this. This time, after I put in the setup code, it asked me where it is. So for now, I'm going to say it's in the living room. Next. Wi-Fi name, so let me go put that in. I've entered my information, and you can hear the noise. So there is sound that comes out of that too, by the way. It's now teal in color. Teal means it is on and active. Save your Wi-Fi network to your phone. I'm going to do that. So I'm saving it. I think we're connected. I'm going to check it with some of my IoT items. It was fairly straightforward, except the step-by-step directions on here were not perfect. They were very good. And at the end, because I have two different locations, you just have to remember to be on the location that you're at which I was when you set it up. So it shows it as two distinct locations. That's really good. So far, and it was straightforward, rather simple to set up. I had to do a couple of things twice, but I think that was user error. And so now I'm going to test the speed, and I'll end with that. Is set up according to this, and what I'm going to do is a speed test. Now again, I have not turned on the higher speed on my fiber, so this should only be about 12 download. And so let's see what this says. And usually this doesn't take a tremendously long time, so it'll be 12 down and maybe 8 up. I don't quite remember what up is. I normally use significantly higher speed when I'm here, but I just haven't done it yet, and it's the weekend. So let's see what happens. It says it's testing the upload, so that means it's almost done. And as long as it's somewhere close to 12, and then I'll test it in different rooms and different areas. This is a rather small location, and wow. Well, the upload speed is horrible, but the download is very, very surprising, significantly more than I'm paying for. So, so far so good. Let's look at speedtest.net and see what kind of readings we get here. Again, should be about 12 down, and it actually looks like the up is only going to be in the neighborhood of 2 or so, which for fiber is a little bit unusual. Anyway, the ping was 22. Download 15.4. Okay, that's very good. And the upload continues to look like maybe I need to check on that with my ISP. So this gives you a pretty good idea. It is up and running and working well. Again, pretty straightforward. I'll hook up a few more things and see what we've got. It is up and running and it's working. I have connected all of my products to it now. So that has finally worked out well. It did take me a little while. I'll just show you the Nest is up and running. It did take me just a bit of time, and so I need to mention that I had difficulty connecting Amazon Echo. I have a feeling it was just that it didn't really like combining the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz areas or networks. So that was a problem. Other than that, as I said, overall it went well. The other thing I found is if you already have the Google Home app, you don't need to download the new app, which is suggested for this OnHub. So the Google Home app works fine, and with 2 different locations, it's actually really easy to use. Very well done. Pleased with the app. Early on, it's only been a couple of hours. The router works just fine. I'll do a really short update on it after a day. It's been about a week, and everything is working well. I'm no longer in that location where I set up the OnHub, but if I get rid of the reflection, you could see it's kind of easy. There's one location, and the one I set up the OnHub, I just have to press the down arrow and then go to the second location and then tap Wi-Fi, and it shows. You could see that when I left, I was getting consistent readings with a little bit higher up speed than I had originally gotten, and it shows how many devices I currently have connected down there. And so if I tap the devices, it'll also show me what they are and where they are, which is really nice. So it shows me all the devices down there. Really well done. So after a week, it works. It's A-OK.